Hello and welcome to Knit All the Yarn podcast. My name is Lisa and I live in Michigan with my husband and my kiddos. You can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as 72 Stitches. And this is episode 205. Guess what day it is, guys? It's summer sock camp. It starts today. Oh, I'm so excited. So this is year one mug. I did purchase this year's mug, but it has not arrived yet. I think it's coming today. And if you do not know, Summer Sock Camp is a knit-along hosted by Kay of the Crazy Sock Lady. I think this is year 4 or 3. No, I have 4 mugs, so it must be 4. This is my YouTube channel where I share my knitting, crocheting, and cross stitch, whatever crafty thing I'm up to. Today I have knitting and I have crochet today. Coffee, peppermint mocha creamer. Yeah, I got lots today. First, I'm wearing my cast on Ida shirt by Knitty Natty. And this is I think this is called Painting Waves Shawl by Stephen West. Oh, I haven't worn this in a really long time. So I'm like, we need to get this out. Usually I rotate through my shawls, but this one was on the bottom. This is a Hue Loco mini set. I think it was 10 colors. So I did them in the rainbow order. And the gray is, what is it? Lolo did it. I don't know. Whatever her dark gray color is. There's the back. I love the back too. That's nice. So that is what I'm wearing today. It might be the last day for a shawl and long sleeve shirts because it's gonna get hot. I told you last week that it was gonna get close to like maybe mid 80s, almost 90s. Well, the weatherman lied. It did not get that hot. But next week is gonna get hot. So yeah, this might be the last day I go for a walk for a while because I don't like walking when it's hot out. Okay, first my add mini stuff before finish objects and whips. Works in progress. My Knit All the West Knits Cal over in my Ravelry group ends on the 31st, which is Wednesday, sometime next week. So make sure you get in your finish object pictures and or keep chatting away. And I will, I'm hoping I don't forget to close that. I might not close it till Thursday or Friday when I try to draw the winners before I upload. I don't know yet. Upload before I record. Yeah, so that ends. I will try to have I will try to announce the winners on my next episode, unless I forget. If I forget, you might have another week to pop in your finished objects. And I had a couple questions about the Knit All the Felici Cal. I'm looking at my show notes. Knit All the Felici Cal. I guess you can crochet. I just call it a cal. Knit or crochet any Felici yarn. It can be socks, hats, shawls, sweaters, pants, whatever you want. Scrunchies, mittens, mitts. It just needs to be, most of it needs to be Felici. You can use contrasting heel, toes, and cuffs, or if you need a little contrast in there, that's okay. It just needs to be like more than 50% of Felici yarn. And whips count, I've decided. There was a few people that asked me that in my last video. I am counting whips. So since it's summer sock camp and you cast on Felici today, you can enter that. The Felici Cal does not start until June 1st, but like I said, if you cast on today or sometime this weekend with Felici, I will allow it. If you have one sock done and you're like almost done with the second one, or you haven't finished the second one, go ahead. Whips count. So June 1st through August 31st. 3 months. Let's knit all the fleechy and let's knit all the socks. I will have a link to my Ravelry group right down there. I have not put the threads up for the fleechy cow. I'm hoping this weekend. Or at least by Monday. I'm hoping. Let's try. What was I gonna say? So I think that's all of my cow news. Yep. Okay. I'll have links down below to where you can find me. I'm most active on Instagram. I will also have links to patterns, bags, yarns. I'll have my reading and watching down there. Project pages if I have any. Looks like probably 3 of them have. No, actually all of them. All of my whips have project pages. Yeah, so all the links will be down there, down below. I forgot to say the date, and I didn't say the episode title, or the episode name, or the episode number. Any more coffee? Okay, this is episode 205. I don't think I said that. You probably already seen it, because I like to put a little thing right there. Episode 205, and today is May 26th, 2023. So this is the last episode of May. Okay, let's get into it. I have 2 finished objects and 4 whips. These ones I didn't think I was going to finish, but I finished them last night. I weaved in the ends this morning, and I'm like, phew, because I was tired of these on my needles. Socks. You see the sparkle? You see that? I'm sure you can. Ooh, sparkly. So this is West Yorkshire Spinners in the vintage Tinsel colorway. These will be for my mom. I love how the cuff, I got a little bit of red and blue. The toe, I got red and blue. And the heel, I got red and blue. I did not plan that. I just picked up my yarn and started. They both match. So yeah, I did 64 stitches, 12 rows of 2x2 rib. I do a cut-in afterthought heel. US 1.5, which is a 2.5 millimeter. So I have another pair for mom for Christmas. I need to make her one more. I think I can do it. I feel like I'm a little behind on Christmas knitting, at least with my mom and my mom and my dad. I usually have theirs done like really early, but not this year. That's okay. It's May, or it's almost June. I got a while. I only need to make one more pair, so it's okay. All right, and my second finished object is one of my Advent socks. Oh, I love this color. This mauvey pink with this green. Love it. So this is my Advent sock number 5. If you are new, I am taking one of my Advent calendars. This is the Yarn Cafe Creations and Dragon Hoard yarn. Phone's ringing. Better not be Red Cross. They called yesterday. I don't know who else it would be. Gosh darn it. I thought I could get away with a not phone call this morning.
We can't come with her right now. Please leave a message. Hello? This is David calling from the summer is right around the corner.
It's Red Cross. They called last night. Or it was like 4 o'clock. A Red Cross beach towel.
You'll also have a chance to win a trip for two to the 2023 MLB All-Star Game in Seattle with flights, hotel, and more. See redcrossblood.org/teams for details. To schedule an appointment to give blood, please call 1-800-RED-CROSS. Choose the blood donor or visit redcrossblood.org. Thanks.
Thanks, David. If you donate blood, you can win a chance to win a beach towel. I don't know if you heard that or any of it. Or a trip to some ball game. Okay. What was I talking about? Advent socks. Yarn Cafe Creations, Dragon Hoard yarns. These are all 20-gram minis, and I am doing a square on my blanket, which I'll talk about in a minute, and then I'm using the rest for a sock. So this is how much I can get with my size after my square. I wear a size 8.5 women's shoe, so it gives me about 20 rows of leg. I have a project page with all of my notes, like how many rows I do and everything for my cuff. So this is number 5. I'm just going through and knitting 24 single socks, and then I can mismatch them. All of them will have the same heel, toes, and cuffs. This is Knitpicks Stroll, Dove Heather. Yeah. So that is that. This is also US 1.5, which is a 2.5 millimeter needle. That's what I do all my socks on. So yep, I have 5 done. A lot more to go. That's okay. I really love this project. Love it. I mean, I usually don't have a problem with second sock syndrome, but, you know, just doing one sock and being done, it's like, ooh. Yay. Okay, that is all of my finished objects. Now we'll go into whips. And since we were talking about my Advent socks, we will just continue. This is Stitching Plaza. I figured my Harry Potter Advent needs a Harry Potter bag. I went ahead this morning and cast on the cuff for the second sock, or another sock. I'm going to my parents tomorrow, hopefully, and I think I'm going to bring this project because I did not work on these like the past 2 or 3 days, so I want to get a little bit of head start because I was trying to finish those other socks, and I've been working on my shawl. Man, I just need more time in the day. So here is what I have. I got to the heel. I really love this colorway. This one is Horcrux. I think this is a Dragon Hoard yarn one. I'm pretty sure I said that last week. So I'm just gonna knit until this is all gone. So far I've been able to get 90 rows out of each one and have just like a teeny tiny bit left. So I'm hoping that continues and I don't run out. I mean, if some of them are shorter, it's not a big deal. I knit my socks. Magic Loop, 32-inch cord. These are Chiaogoo red lace, 2.5 millimeter. If you're curious about my markers, I will link a video down below. My white ones right here are where I'm going to put my heel. And that's it. That's all I got. I do 12 rows of 2x2 rib. And these are my, so this is number 6. So these are the next colors. This one's 7 and that one's 8. I don't know if this one is Dragon Hoard yarns, and this is my Wan. Ron's pet name from, is it Lavender? Lavender Brown? I don't remember her name. And that is, this one is called Vanishing Cabinet. Vanishing Cabinet. I really need to clean out my bag here. All right, the locket is what this one is. The locket. I'm really excited for that one because it's got greens and oranges. I think in my project page I need to, I still have the tags. So when I'm done with the sock, I'm putting them back in my advent bag with the rest of the minis. Before I get too far ahead of myself, I need to write in my notes like what each sock colorway name is, just for funsies. It doesn't really matter because I don't think these colors are repeatable, but it might be fun to know what the names are. Or maybe I'm already... No, I'm not doing that. Okay. So that is my advent sock. These are going to count for summer sock camp. These ones did not because I finished them last night. So, yeah, this one. When I finish that one that I just showed you, these will be a pair, and then I will enter them into the summer sock camp because Kay said whips count this year. Yay! Okay. Next up, whip number 2. Not Stitching Plaza. Knit for Brains. In my overflowing bag. Oh, I so desperately want to finish this. So desperately. It's getting huge. I wanted to finish it before summer sock camp. That did not happen, but I thought summer sock camp was going to start June 1st, not today. So I think if I can finish it before June 1st, I will be happy. So this is my Shifting Chevrons by Steven West. Shifting Chevrons Shawl. Oh, and look, I connected the last section. So I finished section 6. There's 7 total. So here is 6. It's done. And that little brownie was where I was last time I showed you. I finished that section. So I was able to do 4. I was hoping to get a chance to work on this yesterday, but it did not happen. So I'm hoping today. I mean, this thing is ginormous. I'm using US 4s. I am so glad I didn't go up as a needle size for this. I don't think I need to do that. I keep thinking like, man, these shawls are small, but then I block them and I'm like, nope. Especially this one. I haven't blocked it yet. And look at it. There's the back. I am weaving my ends in as I go. Using the Weave and Steven. And this is my Cosmic Brownie by Simply Serving. I changed the finding. I know she has lover back, but I like the circle ones. I don't know. I like stuff when it's symmetrical, I think. Those lover back ones look like earring findings, and I don't know, that bothers me for some reason. So yep, I connected the last section. So now I'm doing an I-cord. So this section is like 3 stitches longer than the other, the ones in the middle. Obviously the first one had I-cord too. But you know what, that's okay because after this section, I do not have to pick up any stitches and do an I-cord bind off. I'll be done. Oh, I'm so excited. So yeah, I'm gonna be working on this a lot today and probably a lot on Sunday. I really, really want to get this done. So I can wear it, but it's gonna get hot. But I'll probably still wear it like in the evenings. When it gets cooler and we turn the AC down a smidge. Oh, look at it. This is all Knitpicks Stroll. I will have a link to my project page which names all the colors. I don't want to go through this. I mean, you guys have seen this for, I don't know, it feels like 2 months. Probably has been 2 months. Nope, not yet. I cast this on April 4th. So June 4th would be 2 months. I think I can finish it before June 4th. And if I just worked on this, I could have had this done a long time ago, but I've been trying to work on whips, all of my whips, and not just focus on one, because I've noticed that I do tend to get burnt out if I just work on like the same project all day long. So I like to switch it up. There's no way I can fold this. I am really curious to see how much this weighs. I'm hoping it's close to 400 grams. Just because I've been knitting on it a long time, and I'm hoping that it's like a big gram. It's for my grams down. Here's what I got left for yarn wise. I had two, since this is Knitpicks Stroll, this is only 50-gram balls, so I had to buy two of each color. Now some of these, you're like, oh, there's 3 yellows, Lisa, what are you doing? Well, they had knots in them. So I've been so for the smaller sections, I've been using like the little nuggets, and for the bigger sections, I've been using the bigger ones. So I don't have to, I could change my colors in between a section, but I try not to. Sometimes I have to, but. So that's what I got left. Plenty. I was concerned for a little bit. But then once I got to like the 4th section, I'm like, I got enough. So cross your fingers that this will be done next week. Probably not blocked, but done. And then maybe if I finish it, I'll show it to you next week, and then maybe the following week I'll wear it after it's been blocked and I can show you. Unless it's going to be 90 degrees, then I won't. But okay, that is whip number 2. Whip number 3, this is a new one. Oh, gotta put my roll counter back in there. It's not a lot. It's a big bag, but it's gonna grow, so I decided just to put it in a big bag. This is made by Happy Little Yarn. Amy, I don't think she's taking a break from making bags. So, sorry. Okay. I don't know if I quite like this or not. So I'm on the fence. This yarn, I don't know if I'm gonna, actually I think it's okay. So this is the Granny Wrap by Anna Boo House. It will be linked down below. Let's see, this is my Hue Loco Advent from last year, the Fade Advent. And I am using a crochet, this is crochet. I'm using an E 3.5 millimeter. These are the clover hooks. I love these. And here's what I got. I don't know which is the right side and which is the wrong side. I feel like this is the right side. So here's the first mini. We started light and then we're gonna fade into dark. I think it came with a 50-gram skein at the end, so I'm gonna try to just use all of the yarn, and if it needs to be a little bit bigger, I will use that 50-gram. If not, maybe I'll do like 1 or 2 rows if it's big enough after I use everything. Oh, now after I get this out, I want to work on it. So here's what I got. I showed this on Instagram, so you've probably already seen it. It's like there's some blues in there. It's really hard to tell, but it's like a white with some blues. So my plan is, I don't know if I did that top right. It looks funky. I don't care. It's all right. So I'm going to use all of the 20-gram mini. So there's 24 20-gram minis. I'm going to probably magic knot them and just keep on going. I'm not going to cut it. So if I end the yarn like here, I'm just going to keep going with the new color. Since they're fading, I don't think you're going to be able to tell. The fade is like very, very subtle throughout the colors. So if it stands out, it's not a big deal. So it's going to be so it's a little mini shawl. It's a shawl for a mouse or a doll or something. So yeah, it took me a while to figure out this pattern. It's been a while since I've crocheted something, but I got it, figured it out. I need to continue working on it every once in a while so I don't forget the pattern. But I think I got it. So yeah, that is my crochet project. I don't know if I will show this next week because I really want to finish that shawl over there. So I decided, since I'm like kind of almost done, I decided I just wanted to cast on. And I'm keeping that, I've kept them in their boxes. So I got 2 and 3 ready to go in here so that they don't get mixed up. I won't take them out of the box, but here's 2. So it's got a little, it's peachy with some blue. And 3 is, we got a little bit darker. No, you can't see. That was not helpful. Okay. So it's a little peachy brown. So I believe it was like a brown, and there's a little bit of green in it, but I think it was like, it reminds me of the beach. I don't know if that's what her theme was, but that's the vibes I got. So I just put these in there, and I will wind them up probably by hand when I get closer to finishing this ball. I know crochet like eats up yarn, and I'm hoping that this goes a lot faster than my other shawl over here. But also, crocheting hurts my knuckles, my wrists, my arm, so I can't, like, as much as I would love to just sit and crochet all day, I can't do it. I will regret it. So like, maybe I can handle an hour, but then after that it's like, that's my limit. So I can't work on this all day as much as I would love to. So we will see. I will get a stitch marker on that, and I'll see if I work on it this week. If not, I will not show it. Okay, my last whip. The Beast. My Cozy Memories blanket. This is the Coziest Memories by Kemper Ray. It's all fingering weight, scraps, minis, swaps with friends, row 1 minis. We're going to talk about row 1 minis a little bit. Hopefully I remember. I'm using a US 2, which is a 2.75 millimeter. And yesterday was a day. We'll talk about that later, but I was able to do my 6 squares. I have been doing 2 a day, but it seems like on Thursdays, I like to do 6, and then I don't have to work on it Friday or Saturday. Okay, so here we are. Let's see. So these were Sunday squares, and my stitch markers that you're gonna see on here are from Twin Mountain Handcrafts. Love it. Coffee cup. So Sunday, Monday. These are my my next Advent socks that I showed you. The locket and my wan. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, good grief, strings, Friday, oh, excuse me, and Saturday. So I am ready to get this back out on Sunday. I have been weaving in all my ends as I go. So there's the back, kind of. There's the back. I'm weaving them in when I have 4 done. So so when I do the next row, I will weave these in. I will be doing an I-cord border all the way around. I started this blanket on my youngest daughter's birthday. Natalie is her name. And I'm trying to get this done for her birthday this year. Because I gave my oldest a blanket, my previous one, and she got sad that she didn't have one. And these white bulbs right here, these are marking my, this is 100 squares. 100 squares. So they're just marking my 100s. So that I'm like, all right, I got 1, 2, 3. So I'm at 300 and, oh, I forgot. I want to say 38, but since I did 6 squares yesterday, I don't remember. 41 or 42, somewhere around there. I'm going to be doing 500 squares, so I'm getting there. If I do 2 squares a day, it should be done August 14th. And her birthday is August 26th, so that would give me like a weekish, 10 days to do the I-cord. I do love it. After I finish this, I will probably take a break, but I'm pretty sure I will be casting another one on in December, because that is a tradition. My kids take my scraps and make advent calendar for me out of my scraps, and I always do it for my cozy memories. So I will either start it in December or maybe November, or maybe earlier if I get crazy and I miss it. But I'll probably be taking a couple months off of that blanket after I finish it. Okay, I gotta rearrange myself. My foot is falling asleep. Okay, let's talk about reading and watching, and then we'll talk about plans and or future acquisitions. It hasn't been that much for reading and watching. I'm still reading Fairy Tale by Stephen King. I love it. I'm like, I think I have 180 some pages left. I'm really, really close. I think I have 4 days left. So I checked this out at my library. I'm not going to finish it in 4 days, so I'll just have to, it will return, and I just won't turn on the Wi-Fi on my Kindle, and I should have it for just like, I probably only need like 2 extra days. Watching. My husband and I finished Queen Charlotte. Oh, the Bridgerton story. I love it so much. It was so good. We watched a couple movies. We haven't started a new TV show because we are thinking about switching to a new, or not switching, getting another streaming service. So we just have Netflix right now. So everything I'm talking about is on Netflix. So we decided just to watch the movies. Now we have to watch them in chunks because by the time the kids are in bed and I'm showered, it's like somewhere between 9 and 9:30. And I like to get in bed at 10. So we don't have a lot of time to watch TV. So we've been just pausing it and then the next day going back to it. So we watched The Birds. That was a 1963 Alfred Hitchcock movie. We've been watching those. It's very good. Not as good as The Psycho, but it was still good. And we watched A Man Called Otto. Tom Hanks movie. It came out. I guess it's on Netflix now. I was surprised. I'm like, didn't that just come out? Maybe it's been out for a while. And Ozark, season 1. Now, I had a bad day yesterday. Kind of bad, kind of good. So I have 1 episode left of season 1. And I noticed on Thursday, usually I watch like 2 episodes in the morning. So I watched 1 episode and I went to start the next one. I'm like, ooh, that's an hour and 20 minutes. I can't finish that today. So I'm like, I'll watch it on Thursday. Wednesday is when I did that. So I was like, Thursday, I'm going to watch it. I want to finish it. It's so good. It's the last episode of the season. And then yesterday, our power decided to go out in the morning for like three-ish hours. So guess what? I couldn't watch Ozark. And since I'm recording today and doing laundry, I'm not going to be able to watch it today. So maybe Sunday? I know Monday, my husband and my kids have the day off. So yeah, I don't know when I'm going to be able to watch it. But I'm sad and I really want to watch it. So that's it for reading and watching. And then I know I kind of got into life stuff, but I have to show my next cast on. So this, I talked about this last week. This is the bag of, this isn't all my scraps. This is just scraps from the Cozy Memories blanket. So usually I wind off 5 grams and then I have leftovers. So this is what's left over. There are some that are a little more than that. They were just scraps. I just decided to put them in there because they were close to these bags in my cube that I had. So guess what's happening today? Scrappy socks. I'm excited. Look at all these. How many like socks do you think I can get out of this? I don't know. I know it feels like there's probably 200 grams in each bag, maybe 300. I would weigh them, but I don't know with the plastic bag. I don't know how much a plastic bag weighs. Let's weigh them. Why not? Let's see. Let's see what happens. Pretty sure it's my scale can handle this. Oh, I was incorrect. 517 grams is in this one. Minus how much the bag weighs. I have no idea. Let's see how much this one weighs. It keeps moving. I'm gonna say 490. 490. So that's almost 1,000 grams. Minus the bag. Oh my word. So yeah, I need to move on. Scrappy socks. And that's just some of the scraps I have. I swear. But as much as scrappy projects as I knit, I shouldn't have any scraps left, but I still do. So I'm gonna at least cast on a cuff today with those. It's gonna happen. Probably not gonna, I'll probably work on my shawl for a little bit most of the day, and then maybe towards the evening I will cast on a cuff because it's summer sock camp and I need to cast on a sock. Okay, acquisitions, future acquisitions. I decided to sign up for Row 1 minis again. I know. I'm trying not to buy yarn. But I miss my yarn nuggets. I call them yarn nuggets. I canceled my subscription like in December, and it's been 6 months and I can't stand it anymore. I keep seeing them on Instagram. I see people making stuff with them and it just makes me sad. So I decided to sign up again. It's okay. I wasn't gonna purchase this either, but the Cozy Knitter sent out a newsletter, I don't remember what day it was, a few days ago, last week maybe, saying she is re-releasing her Advent skeins. 2018, 19, 20, 21, and I believe 22. 4 or 5 years of Advents. And I'm like, oh, I don't have 2018. I didn't get that one. That was her first year. She didn't have very many. Because she was just trying something out. And after I saw people knitting it, I was so bummed that I didn't get it. So I'm like, well, I don't need it. But I have all of them so far. And I have to make the collection, right? So I forgot about it. And then I think it was Wednesday this happened. I was on Instagram and then I saw the Cozy Knitter saying, all right, these are live. And it was like an hour after she, when she posted that. And I'm like, oh shoot, I forgot. They're probably all gone. I'll just go to the website and see. And she still had them up. And I'm like, okay, this is it. I gotta get it. So I did buy that too. She has a 4 to 6 week, they're pre-orders, so 4 to 6 weeks. I think it might be fun to do those in July, if I get it in July. If not, I don't know when I'm going to do those. I'm not sure. We will see when I get it. I don't know if I want to wait and do it in December because I already have a lot of habits. Oops. So I will be getting the Cozy Knitter Advent skein for this year. That's my last Advent. I think after that I'm done. But I really want that opal one, so I don't know yet. Purple Circle Yarn Co. She hasn't listed that she's doing them, but I'm really tempted. So we'll see. So yeah, those were my purchases this week. The Row One Yarns, when I signed up, they told me, it said my next payment was due in June, mid-June. So I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna get them this month. That's fine. Or in June. I'll get them in July. Not a big deal. Well, like a day or two later, my card was charged, and I'm like, oh, there must have been some spots that opened up, and I was able to squeeze in there. So I think I'm gonna get some, like the first week of June. So I'm excited. I miss my yarn nuggets. It's okay. So far with my grams, I'm doing pretty good. This month was bad. I've spent way too much money this month, but January, February, and March were very, very good. So it all equals out. I just got to be better. June, I got to be better, but Felicia's probably coming out, so maybe July will be better. I don't know. I feel like I'm trying to use less. I'm trying to bring in less and use more. So far, it's been going good. This month is kind of weird because I destashed a lot. I still don't know what I'm doing with that. I'm thinking about it still. So technically I didn't knit as much grams out as I, say in my notes here, but I will make a note saying that I destashed this many grams so that when I do my total tally, I will make sure to minus that amount from it. So then we will know how much I exactly knit or crocheted. Yes, that's not going to count as grams out, knitted or crocheted wise. Just out of my stash. So yeah, I will talk about my May stats next episode. Hopefully I will have that shawl done. I have not finished very many projects this month. I think I finished 3 pairs of socks, maybe 4. And that's it. So yeah, I need to get a move on. But since it's summer sock camp, I think I'm really gonna focus on socks for a little bit. Okay, life stuff real fast. I told you about my power outage yesterday. Guess what caused that power outage? Can you guess? Yeah, that's a good guess. That's a good guess too. Well, let's see. It was a nice sunny day. It wasn't windy. Yes, it was a nice, cooler, sunny day. I had laundry going, of course, naturally, because I always have laundry going, and the power decided to go out. So the power was caused by a squirrel. That's right, a squirrel. Somehow a squirrel got into I don't understand electricity. I know there's probably some kind of transformer, probably a very large one, because my whole town and whole little city here lost power. Everybody did. From one little squirrel. I don't know what that squirrel did. It chewed on the right wire, probably electrocuted itself, maybe caused a fire. I thought that was hilarious. Usually when stuff like that happens, it's usually a power or storm, like trees blow down on lines, or there's a car accident and somebody hits a pole, But no, it was a squirrel. It was a squirrel. I couldn't believe it. So yeah, lost power for a little bit, right in the middle of laundry. Luckily, when the power came back on, the washing machine remembered where it was and just restarted. I have a front loader washing machine. I do not advise getting those. Maybe they are a lot better now, but my washing machine is like probably, I know I got it before Chloe was born. She's almost 13, so it's probably, I want to say the year before. So it's probably getting to be 14 years old now. So maybe they're a lot better now, but it just gets really gross. And I leave the door open after each load and the tray. I leave it open, but it just gets gross. Anyway, so when it was running, it locks and I can't open it. And I don't know if it had water in there or if it was just spinning. I don't know where it was in the cycle. Luckily, I remembered when the power came back on and just finished, and I took it out and smelled it, and it wasn't musty or anything, so I didn't have to rewash it. And then I had to turn the dryer back on. That did not turn back on when the power went out, so I had to go push the button. So yeah, and of course it was a little chilly, so we needed the heat, but it didn't get that cold in here because it was only like 3 hours, so. But since this happened in the morning before my husband went to work, he went to the office. So I got the whole day to myself. It was nice. It was quiet. It was peaceful. Now, my kids' school, they're one of the schools that are far away from our little town here. I don't know how far away it is. It's not that far. Maybe 10 miles, 15 miles away from here. If that, it's probably not even that. It's probably like 8 or 10. So they had power at that school. There was 4 schools they had to close around here, but my kids did not go to those schools, so they had to stay all day. They were pretty upset when they heard the news that 4 schools got to leave at like, I think they canceled like at 9:30. So yeah, that was fun. So I'm like sitting around waiting. I'm like, all right, do I need to go get my kids? Are the buses still running? Are we closing? So I was just like sitting there waiting by my phone. Yeah. But after a while, when the power came on about 10, I'm like, okay, I'm assuming that I haven't heard anything at 10, so I figured they still have power and schedule resumes. So it was nice to have the house to myself for a little bit. It was nice and quiet. It was really quiet when the power wasn't on. I worked on my blanket because usually I work on my blanket, but I didn't want to be on my tablet too much because I couldn't charge it, obviously. And my pattern for my shawl is on my tablet. So I'm like, well, I better not do that. I'll wait, because I think my iPad had like 60% left or 70, somewhere in between there. So I had enough. I probably could have done it, but I'm like, I have no idea when the power's coming back on. So I wanted to conserve my tablet. Not that I could do anything with it. There's no Wi-Fi. I can't check my email. I can't look on Instagram, so it probably would have been all right. So that was my day/week. It's gonna get hot. Now, that's what I said last week. So we'll see. Cross my fingers, but I don't know. It's not looking good. We got a couple 88 days. I think we have an almost 90-degree day. Summer's here, I guess. Yeah, so that's the weather report. That is my update. That's all my knitting and crocheting. Let's see how much I can get done. I'm excited. I really want to finish that shawl. I think that is my top priority. I'm probably going to be working on that a lot until it is done. I feel like I can do it. Won't be working on it Saturday. I'll work on it today. And Sunday, Monday, I'll probably work on it a lot. Maybe Tuesday. I think Wednesday is the last day of May, so I'd like to finish it before then. Okay, I'm just rambling now. We're going to end this. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Ring the bell if you want to be notified when I put out new episodes. Excuse me. I'm usually pretty good at recording on Fridays, uploading 6 a.m. my time on Mondays. And I do schedule that, so don't think I'm up at 5 a.m. or 5:59 a.m. pushing that publish button. I schedule it so I don't have to do that. Okay. What else? If you have any questions or comments, put them right down there. I do love reading them, and hopefully I will see you next week. Bye.